Hello, dear students. Let us start today with the fifth poem of your main book. If you see the title of the poem, it is mentioned as Legend of the Northland. So, this poem has been written by an American poetess, and this poem puts forth the central idea that we should not be selfish and always help the needy. In fact, a selfish person, pays for his selfishness. That's what we will see in this poem. Here we will find that a character called Saint Peter, on his usual round, sees a cottage where he meets a woman making cakes, and the woman is reluctant to share her cakes with the saint. And in return, the saint gets angry and curses the little woman. The woman turns into a woodpecker and starts leading a hard life, packing the wood in search for food. So this is just a brief introduction about the poem. I hope you at least got some idea what is the poem like, who are the main characters, what is the story all about, how it is being formed. So before I start the poem, let me just give you a small a plot about the poem. I already gave you the introduction. It so happens that very often we get a lot of moral teachings from legends, and they help to learn things from the past. Those ideas helps to reform society, and in this poem we would come across a man who is in dire need of food. As I told you, Saint Peter, he visits a cottage to ask for food, but the woman of the cottage fails to provide him any, and so he curses the woman for her selfish behavior. And the need to treat, with this we come to learn that the need to treat our guests with affection is basically what is emphasized here. Now let me tell you what is, let me go to the poem, summary of the poem, alright. So, A Legend of the Northland tells about the story of an old woman who angered Saint Peter because of her greed and selfishness. Now Saint Peter is hungry, and he visits the cottage of a little woman. The woman is baking cakes, and the saint is hungry and asks for food. She refuses to part with even a small piece of cake. So selfish and greedy the woman is that Saint Peter gets angry and curses her. She is turned into a woodpecker, and the saint feels that she is not worthy to live as a human being. After which, she lives the life of a woodpecker for the rest of her life. Now, the saint rightly punished her by changing her into a woodpecker so that she might live in the trees, boring in the hard, dry wood for her food. As because when the saint asked for the food, I'm not saying that she could have given the entire cake, but at least a part of cake she could have shared with the saint, but she did not do so. So basically, this poem, the main message that the poem is trying to give us is that we should always help the people, those who are in need at least, right? I'm not saying that go everyone and stand in the road and ask everybody, any passerby, that do you need help? Do you need help? No. But at least somebody who approaches us, who is in need of help, who is asking for help, we must always help them. Correct? When people come to us for help and we are in a position to help them, we should do so. Now supposingly we are not in a position to help someone and someone is seeking for help, chalo, that's a different case, that's a different scenario, we can understand that. But when you are in a position to help them, then why don't you help them? So this is the main message that the poem is trying to give us. But you see, this woman, if she wanted, she could have easily offered a little bit of food, she could have offered to the saint, right? But she was so selfish, and because of her selfishness, she refuses to do so. And she doesn't deserve to live the life of a human being. We human being, whether it's you, me, or I, whosoever, just being born with the physique, with the physical structure of a human being does not make me or you as a human being. Correct? Just nowadays in this world, since you all are in class 9, I hope you can get what am I trying to say. The world is filled with human beings, but the world has very less of being human. There's a difference between human being and being human. Everywhere you will find human being, but it's very sad that rarely you may find being human. That's what this poem is all about. I hope, my dear children, you all are not only human being, you all are also being human, right? So, there is one more message in this poem, is that of welcoming our guests and being nice to them. That is also very important. So please go through the poem. It's a very beautiful poem with a good model, with a good message, which is applicable in our real life, day-to-day life, which you can connect it. In case if you don't understand, you may get back to me. All right? Take care. Study well.